Welcome to Just for Today, March 15th, 2019. Feeling a part of. Basic text, page 98. Active addiction sent us apart from society, isolating us. Fear was at the core of that alienation. We believed that if we let others get to know us, they would only find out how terribly flawed we were. Rejection would be only a short step away. When we come to our first NA meeting, we are usually impressed by the familiarity and friendliness we see other recovering addicts share. We too can quickly become part of the fellowship, if we allow ourselves to. One way to start is by tagging along to the local coffee shop after a meeting. At these gatherings, we can let down the walls that separate us from others and discover things that ourselves and other NA members one-on-one. We can sometimes disclose things that we may be reluctant to share at the group level. We learn to make small talk at many of these late night gatherings and forge deep, strong friendships as well. With our newfound friends in NA, we no longer have to live lives of isolation. We can become a part of the greater whole, the fellowship of Narcotics Anonymous. Just for today, I will break free of isolation. I will strive to feel a part of the NA fellowship. Yeah, it's easy to not feel a part of the group in NA for your first probably month or two, because different home groups are just different tightly knit. It just takes a while. Like if there's 15 people at your home group, there's 20 people, it's gonna take going every week for, probably 8 to 12 weeks to, know a few people. You'll probably know a couple people by name after 2 weeks, but then you got to meet a couple more people and a couple more people. And everyone in that home group is going to be people that have been there for 10 years, people that are 5 years, people that have been there for a year. And you're going to hear people be like, oh, I've been here for they're going to see people taking their 90 days and they're 6 months and talking about how new they are. And you're going to be like, holy fuck, are you kidding me? That's an insane amount of clean time. But if you stick with it, you'll eventually get to know everyone in the group, and everyone will take you in. But you just gotta stick around. Keep going back to that same home group, and then you get to feel a part of. I'm still so new that, I'm not sure how deep the bonds are gonna go with me and my home group of NA. But they already go pretty deep. I remember in my first meeting, I couldn't even look anyone in the face, right? I would just look down at the ground. I was too embarrassed to stare anyone in the eye. I was too cowardly. I was so pathetic that I couldn't even look in someone's face when they talked to me. I'd just be like this, looking down. I'm so far past that now. And, I have a service position there. And I'm able to talk with all the home group members. All the home group members know who I am now. And I am able to small talk bullshit with most of them. I'm able to talk seriously about the feelings that I have with probably 2 or 3 people, which is a lot. Because the thing about going to NA and talking with people about your feelings is there's a guaranteed level of understanding when you talk to other addicts about your addiction. It's not saying that, other people can't be there for people who are addicted. Other people can understand addicts, and they can be compassionate, and they can be caring, and they can, lend helping hands. But for an addict, if you talk to another addict, you automatically have this level of, okay, this person understands what I've been through, so they're not going to judge me right away. So it kind of removes a lot of that initial judgment. And that was, what happened with my relationship with my sponsor. I would tell my sponsor something that I hadn't told anyone that I thought was super fucked up. And he'd be like, yeah, I've heard that happens to a lot of dudes. And I'd be like, oh shit, really? You're just understanding this? This is this huge bomb that I thought was going to go off, and he was going to think I was some unfixable, fucked up, broken machine. Really, the statement that I said just made him go, oh yeah, that's understandable. Because in our addiction, our addiction really spreads. It really is so much more than just doing the drugs. It's all the people you hurt, especially yourself. All the people you hurt, all the people you learn to hate, all the fucked up emotions you learn to suppress, and like just numbing away life for years. And when you do that for long enough, you're just left with pretty much, you're a baby. That's what I was. I was an absolute child. I did not know how to handle emotions. I did not know how to handle confrontations with people. I didn't know how to handle being happy. I didn't know how to handle being sad. I couldn't handle anything. If I had to responsibility, nope. If there was anything that I had to do, it would get numbed away. If there was anything that, I was supposed to feel, or anything that I was supposed to get involved with, like commitments, not a chance, couldn't do it. Too busy numbing away my feelings. So the way to feel a part of is to stay committed to a home group. You go back every week. And, after you do that, week after week, people will get the idea that, oh, okay, this guy's gonna stick around, or this girl's gonna stick around. And then they'll get to know you. It happens just inevitably. It's kind of like it happens on a curve too. Like you'll be like 4 or 5 weeks in and be like, oh shit, I still only know like one person. But then slowly you'll like hang out. A good thing is to like clean up after the meeting, and then like it opens opportunities for people to kind of have small bullshits with you. Also sharing at meetings. If you I've noticed that whenever I share honestly at a meeting, people will come up to you after and talk to you, especially people that are like, oh, I kind of resonated with that. So share at meetings, clean up after the meeting, go to a home group religiously every week for 12 weeks, and you'll for sure have 3 or 4 friends. And then after 12 weeks, you'll start to feel like comfortable, maybe going to the coffee shop before the meeting or after the meeting, or grabbing fucking breakfast if it's, kind of an earlier meeting. And then you get to feel a part of. And I'm surprised how many of my connections now are through NA. I was always quite a social guy. So do I have a lot of other connections too? For sure. That's not true for everyone. There's a lot of people in NA where, that's kind of like their main focal point for community. For me, it's definitely a contender for, a community focal point, but I have some great connections outside as well. And, you don't have to choose one or the other. You can have both, as long as you're honest about everything. So yeah, thanks for joining me. Have a safe, clean 24. It's the weekend, be careful out there. Don't put yourself in a position of weakness. My name's Heavy Brown. This has been Just for Today. Have a good one. Heavy Brown out.